What's up, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time, hi, I'm Ari, and today we will be drawing my life. Actually, we're going to be attempting to draw my life. I'm not an artist, but this might end up being more of like a talk about my life. But I'm going to be trying to draw, I promise. So, yeah, it's probably not going to be the greatest, but it's okay. You guys will understand what I'm trying to say, and if you don't see it, then I'll say it, so. Let's get into this video. It all started with my mom and my dad obviously falling in love and creating me. But yeah, my mom has a son, which is Devin, my brother. We have different dads, but my dad's pretty much his dad. But yeah, so they fell in love and made a baby a week after their wedding. However, I popped out. I made a little dimple here because your girl got dimples. By the way, that's a birth defect. My brother always called it my crater, but I love my dimple, okay? But yeah, so I was born December 4th, 1993. Where my 90s babies at? I was born in Boston. Here was my Massachusetts when I was trying to draw it. Boston 02150, Chelsea, Massachusetts is where we lived. Fun fact, however, me and my family, we grew up in, can anyone guess? A haunted house. Yes, I grew up in a haunted house, and I've got some stories. So if you guys want to see a video about my haunted house, comment below that you want to see that and I'll make that video, and I'll try to talk about some spooky things that happen. I was a very active kid. I was super strong because my dad made me do freaking handstand. My dad made me do handstand push-ups. This is supposed to be me upside down. Thanks to you, Dad, because your girl got muscles. But yeah, I was a cheerleader. I also did gymnastics. That's supposed to be me in a back bend. What is that? And I also did karate. Wow. But yeah, as a kid, I was super freaking athletic. I did a bunch of different things. I literally just zoned out. But yeah, so then we ended up selling our house in Boston and we moved to, what is that? That's supposed to be Florida, guys. Sunshine State. Here we are, 407. We ended up moving to Oviedo, which is pretty much Orlando. But this is where things were a little hard for Ari. That's better. But yeah, I had circle glasses and braces, and my mom used to dress me to school, and she used to do my hair, and it was really sad because obviously everyone was friends in elementary school, so going into middle school, they were already friends. I was coming from Boston, and I didn't have friends here. And first of all, I had a super strong Boston accent, so obviously people made fun of me, like, why don't you pronounce your R's? Anyway, they made fun of me because of my accent, and I was pretty sad about that because, low-key, I had no idea I had an accent. I just thought I was talking normal. But to these people, I was a freaking alien, so not a lot of people wanted to be my friend. So your girl had to fit in somewhere. Circle glasses and braces. Classic. Nerd. Classic. So I did what I did. I made friends with some really cool people. I mean, we were nerds, but it's okay. But then I ended up making friends because I was athletic, and in gym class people were like, oh shit, she's actually fast, or oh, I could make a bucket. But some people wanted to be my friend. So that's low-key how I ended up making my friends in middle school. But then the sad part was it was time for high school. And people were going to different high schools. Like, all my friends I were making were going to a different high school. So now I was like, great. Now I gotta make all new friends again in high school. But lucky for your girl, she was no longer glasses and braces. Puberty done my girl good. My hair became like super curly and luscious and long. I no longer had my glasses. I got contacts and I got my braces off. And I was so happy because I could be happy and smile. I hated smiling with my braces. So I was able to be a happy camper. And sure enough, I became popular. Not really popular that fast, but what helped me out was, since I was a dancer, I danced at UPAC. Shout out to UPAC, University of Performing Arts Center. I grew up dancing there, and I ended up teaching there too. So shout out to UPAC. But yeah, so I was a dancer. So obviously in high school, I was like, I don't want to be a cheerleader, because I realized that the cheerleaders here in Florida, like maybe not in all Florida, because UCF cheerleaders are pretty bomb, but like high school cheerleaders are trash. Like, no offense, but you know what? Let me see what the dance team's like. Shout out to the Oviedo High School main attraction. Tried out for the dance team, and I made varsity my freshman year. I had friends. I mean, there were guy friends too. Why does he only have 2 pieces of hair, and why are his arms over there? Sorry, guy. But yeah, so I made a bunch of friends, and I was really happy. And then I got a boyfriend. But he sucked after a while, and he was toxic because he drew me down a huge hole. I, however, ended up going down that really dark hole, and I got in trouble with the law, and I had to make some right decisions. So what better decision than to go to the man upstairs? Jesus. It's not a hospital. It's a church. Maybe one of these up front. There you go. Anyway, went to church, and it so happened to be the Mormon church. And some of you are like, what the fuck? You were a Mormon? Yes, I was. Didn't last long because I'm not a Utah Mormon. I'm not an Idaho cookie cutter chick. So I was already like a weird Mormon because I had tattoos, and I was a convert because I wasn't born into the church. No shade against Mormons. You guys are really cool people, but it just wasn't for me. I couldn't do it in the long term. I could do it for short term to better myself, to make new friends, and to have fun adventures, and just to grow as a person. So appreciate them for that. But I couldn't see myself actually committing to that lifestyle my whole life. I was 18 when it happened, so I had to grow up and realize like what I wanted. So it was really hard because I was trying to go to church and be a better person, but in college there was so much temptation everywhere, so it was really hard. But that's kind of the 2 years that I was going to the church and 2 years that I was in college that I was just like, I need out. I moved back to Boston, and I worked at my grandpa's restaurant. I worked at the Forest. It's wicked delicious. And I was making a shit ton of money, but I was also 21, so I was going out and partying and drinking until I was puking everywhere. No, but really, I drank a lot. I was 21 in the city, making money, blowing money, had no real responsibility. My parents weren't there. I was living with my grandma. Shout out to grandma. So sure enough, I was there for 1.5 years. Then I came back to Florida. I needed to get another job, somewhere where I can make more money. And I needed to get my shit together because I couldn't just be blowing my money. I needed to save my money, get a car, get this, get that, get things for myself. But things obviously don't work out as you want them to. So you gotta work hard. So I got a job at the hotel that I used to work at forever. It was a Holiday Inn when I started, then it was a Hilton. I used to work at the Holiday Inn, then it got switched over to a Hilton. In the in-between time of it being a Holiday Inn and a Hilton, obviously your girl still needed a job. So where did I go? You guys might be able to guess this because I live in Florida. I hope you guessed it, Universal. Fun fact, I grand opened Diagon Alley and that was awesome. But yeah, I worked at Universal. I worked everywhere throughout the park, especially when Harry Potter was still getting built. They had us everywhere, so I worked in Despicable Me, I worked in Transformers, I worked at Mythos, the restaurant. I kind of worked everywhere, so yeah, it was a really, really cool experience. It was really hard because my mom moved from Oviedo to Altamont. I don't know if you guys know where that is in the range of Florida. If you don't, it was quite far. It took me 2 hours really to get from Altamont to Universal, and then an hour and a half from Universal to the hotel. Hotel was by UCF. But, so it was a hassle. And I knew that it was just becoming a pain in the ass. And sure enough, something of course had to happen for this whole situation to have to get changed. I, however, was driving. That's my car, guys. And there was a big old semi-truck, and you know how semi-trucks are. But anyway, dude switched over real crazy. Ended up smashing into some other truck, some SUV, some big old SUV that had a big, like, that just looks like a duck or something. But it had like a little, like, thing sticking out of his car, or out of his truck. Yeah. Had to call Universal, and I had to cry on the phone and make it a big deal because it was a big deal because I was so pissed that I was about to have to lose my job because I wasn't going to have a car. And how else was I going to get to work at Universal? That took me 2 hours to get to. So, sad Ari had to quit my job. And I'll tell you right now, that's the first and last time I ever quit a job. Actually, that's a lie. Because I also quit the hotel. Another sad puppy because I had to leave both of them because the back and forth, it was too much. And it just so happened that my dad's job was looking for someone. So I work in a warehouse. And you guys are probably like, a freaking warehouse? Yes, a warehouse. It gets hot and sweaty in there, and I lift heavy-ass boxes all day, hence why my arms are so jacked. That's why I told you guys I only do abs and buttons, because I don't need upper body. But yeah, so I work for TLS, Total Logistics Services, third-party logistics, and I work in the retail department, and I deal with pillows and linens and blankets and towels and slippers and stuff like that all day long. So yeah, that's kind of what I do there. And I love it. I got the job there, and I was so happy because I was like, oh, yay, now I can work one job, and I could just, you know, save a lot of money and buy things. So I bought myself Jasper. That probably doesn't look like a boxer. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not good at this. I told you this was going to turn out to be a talking video. But yeah, so I ended up getting Jasper, and I was so excited because I didn't have a boyfriend, and I couldn't have a baby, so I bought myself a baby. And I raised him myself until I ended up falling in love with one of my best friends that I work with at the hotel, Fletcher. And I was so excited because he was single. He had a girlfriend when we worked at the hotel, so he was off limits to me. But he was single, and he was like, hey, Ari, I need a job. Do you think your warehouse is hiring? And I was like, I'm pretty sure that we could get you in there, buddy. And sure enough, we did. Got him into the warehouse, and he and I were working alongside each other. And I was super happy because, like, I got to work with him again. I was working with him at the hotel where I couldn't really have him, so it sucked. But now he's single, and now we're working together. But just when we started, like, liking each other, Fletch got moved to the other warehouse. We have another warehouse, and it was funny because my dad actually ended up going over there with him. So he and my dad worked there, and then my brother got hired there. So now he works with my dad, my bro. All my guys are in one place. It was a bummer because we finally just started working together again, but then he got taken from me. But that did not stop us because, you know what, we still found a way to fall in love with each other. And I was so happy because that was my best friend, and I was finally able to have him. And I had my puppy, and it just turned out that everything just started like falling into place, and I bought myself a brand new car. Not the best drawer, guys. But yeah, and it just seemed like everything was just happening, and it was just amazing. But it sucked because we didn't live together, and it was back and forth, like me staying there or him staying with me. And we were like raising Jappy, and then it was really cute because he ended up buying himself a puppy, which was low-key like for me too. So now we had 2 puppies. And of course, it just turned out that we just turned into like one happy family. So what do we need? We need a home. And lovely boyfriend of mine ended up buying a house, and we finally had a home that we could raise our boys in together. It was just amazing. But yeah, just everything just started falling into place, and it was such a great feeling knowing that I had everything that I've worked my buns off for, and being able to share it with the love of my life and to share it with our very cute dogs. That's kind of why I'm like really wanting to do this YouTube channel, so that I could give you guys like a little insight of what our life is like, because my boys are crazy, and you guys will see that in their unbox video, how wild they are. And my boyfriend's awesome, and he's super funny, and I know that you guys would love to see the videos that we have planned to make, and I don't know, all the fun stuff that we do. We live in Orlando, so it's a very touristy place. We have Universal passes, so I promise there'll be like Universal vlogs that I'll do or things like that. Fun spot, the Orlando Eye. Like, there's tons of ideas that I have for you guys that I want to be able to record, and so that you guys can get to learn more about me and more about mine and Fletcher's relationship and more about Fletcher, and also about our dogs, like getting to know who they are, because they are crazy. But yeah, I know you guys will love them. But yeah, that's pretty much how my life turned out. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, make sure you like the video. Give it a thumbs up. Yeah, this was probably not what you thought of when I put draw my life in the description, so I'll have to put draw/talk about my life, because this isn't your typical draw my life video. But I obviously thought explaining it would be a lot better. Sorry, my pictures aren't as great as others are. Not an artist, told y'all. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah! I'll see you in the next video.